And we are back. We are at the penultimate mid-season break, and we are at Jesus Walks, who are in fourth position, giving them an orange and brown kit. Not sure why. Not sure why I went orange. Looks quite nice though. And they are managed by Massimiliano Allegri, probably the best manager in the league, I think. I'm surprised some of the bigger names didn't come, but I guess they're already at clubs. Lukaku as captain, not sure about that. And De Bruyne as vice captain. If we look at his icons were actually really good. Eriksen 2017. Actually, no. What happened? I gave him Eriksen 2017 because I think he was kind of synonymous with that, and I gave him Lukaku in 2018. I was like, fuck, Aaron's got two really good icons here. So in 2019, I was like, I'm going to chill out a bit, and in 2020, I'm going to chill out a bit, and I'll give him Wilshere and Bellerin, who, to be fair, are very much associated with the club, and obviously with the Arsenal links as well. So that was my logic. Again, I think I've been fair to everyone. In terms of his team, defensively, I think I remember looking at that first week when he was playing Eriksen and Tielemans as centre-backs. He does really struggle for centre-backs, so maybe I shouldn't have given him... Maybe I should have found someone else instead of Wilshere for him. But oh well, my bad. I didn't do that. And he's doing all right. He's favourite for the league. He's fourth in the league at the moment. In terms of his team, Ederson, Wan-Bissaka, Eriksen and De Bruyne as the ever-presents. Kolasinac, I don't know why I said that word, Kolasinac as playing centre-back now, and he's actually playing a lot there. Zaha, Tielemans, Lukaku. Lukaku, I believe, scored 7 goals this season, but I think 6 of them were in the first 5 games. So I think he's slowed down a little bit now. In terms of who is not really playing, Wilshere, shockingly, actually, he's been on the subs bench and came off 8 times, so he hasn't been injured by the looks of it. Wilson and Trossard haven't really been doing much. Moura's only going 1 start. That's maybe a little bit surprising, but his midfield is pretty insane when you look at it. In terms of his forwards, he's not got many, so he must have so many. Actually, Lacazette and Wilson, so there is 3 decent forwards. But look at that midfield options, from Tielemans down to Trossard. There's a hell of a lot, and a hell of a lot of attacking midfield options as well. So perhaps not the most balanced of sides. You haven't even got a centre-back, a proper centre-back. So, yeah, very unbalanced, but in terms of quality, very good, I guess. Who's been playing well for them? Not a lot for a team that are fourth, I guess. Obviously, you've got De Bruyne and Lukaku who are tearing things up. Moura, in his 1 game and 5 appearances, has actually done really well, so maybe he'll start more. Trossard's done well in his 5 sub-appearances, and Lacazette and Bellerin. So actually, for a team at 4th place, they've only had 4 players, or 4 regular starters, who are actually doing really well. So that's a little bit strange. Who's not doing so well? Reece James is struggling at centre-back, probably not surprising given that he's 19 years old. John McGinn's been struggling. Mason Mount's been struggling. So actually, when you compare this to some of the other teams below, like Adelaide and Jeff, and even Flash Raiders, the average ratings probably don't fit with a team that are 4th in the league. Quickly look at the league season. 4 games unbeaten to start, but then it's been very hit and miss since then. They had a nice little run there for another 5 games unbeaten, but then they lost to Bugles. So a lot of, not really sure what to say really. Only 3 losses, I guess. From what I recall and from what I remember, like watching games and seeing the JW fixtures, they always seem to be going behind in games, but salvage quite a lot of draws and wins. So I don't know. We'll see if that continues. But I realise I've talked about Aaron's team for probably longer than I've talked about any team. So we'll go straight to the Dons. Black and white, proper no-nonsense kits from the Dons, because he's a no-nonsense bloke. Jordan Henderson as the captain, Johnny Evans as the vice-captain. All British affair there. And wow, yeah, so I said about Aaron's team in 4th and not that many in the 7+ average ratings. But you compare that to Bennett and this is actually a hell of a lot. So Willian doing really nicely, 7.28. Jordan Henderson having a nice season. Mitrovic, 7.20. he's having a lot of players playing very well. Only really, I guess, can't really count Trezeguet. Ben Foster not having a great season. Pookie not doing much. Egan not doing much. Bergwijn not doing much despite scoring 4 goals in 12 games. Daniel James not having a great one, but a lot of players having a good season. And yeah, let's have a look who he isn't playing. So he isn't being playing Trezeguet. Stanislav's only just come back from injury, I believe. Marcos Alonso probably hasn't played as much as I'd have thought. And Mitrovic just scored 9 goals in just 7 starts. So he must be banging them off the bench as well. In terms of assists, 6 assists for James Maddison. That must be up there in the league. It's one of the highest ones in the league. But yeah, it's a good team, to be fair. Although he is playing Fabinho centre back, so clearly Fabinho centre back is better than John Egan as centre back. Billing as centre mid, maybe you'd push him out. But yeah, so they're doing all right. In fact, they're doing quite nicely. 3rd place in the league, but they were flying high. They were top of the league for quite a while, because they started with 5 wins from 6 games and just the draw. So they hadn't lost in the first 6, but since then they've lost 4 of their last 7. Is that just a little blip? Because that was 4 and 5, and now they've responded with a win and a draw. So maybe that's a recovery mission in just started for the Dons. Don't know. We'll see. But they were top of the league for quite a while. If we quickly look at it, they dropped down heavily, then they've come back a little bit. So we'll see. Maybe a little bit like how the Dons have been in real life, I guess. But yeah, it's a decent team. Obviously got Trent over there doing nicely. His first round pick, his controversial first round pick that has unanimously paid off. And yeah, they've got Let's Get Messy and then Loxham coming up. So 2 huge games against 2nd and then 1st. So what a couple of games we've got for the Dons. And we will see how they progress. We will see whether this is just a little blip or whether this is, or whether the start was just an anomaly, I guess. But that's your lot. We've only got 1 more of these mid-season breaks after this. Have a great day.